And we're going to start on page 97. Oops, that's not what I want to share. Durr, I got this. All right. There we go. How about that? Page 97.
I still couldn't find my book. I don't, it's
Oh
like,
no. Uh-oh. So you haven't been doing your homework either in there?
well, I can't really because,
Do you have a copy machine or some way to copy something?
uh,
You know, like a scanner where you can scan it and print it?
I think,
You can ask your mom later, but since Amber has the same book, maybe before she writes in it, you can scan it and then print it
oh, okay.
until you find it. Okay. So for today, I guess you'll just watch for today. But this
Yeah.
is page 97. It's review. See how it says review it at the top. You guys already know about the who which clause, so it's going to be review about that. Um, we're already using it in your writing and we already find it in this book, but do you remember when you use the who for a who's clause? Like what does who refer to? When do we use who? When we're talking about what? You remember?
Like a person,
Yes, good, Anthony.
like
When you're
who is the villain or like that, like basically, yeah.
yes, like Anthony, who is the villain? Just
Yeah.
uh yes, that's exactly right. When you're talking about a person, but also when you're talking about a character that's acting like a person, kind of like the little red hen where she was like baking bread and stuff that people do, you would use who with that kind of a character too. But most of the time it's for people. So what about which? When do you use which?
Uh, like a thing. Like
Yes.
which, yeah, like a thing, yeah.
Were you gonna say something else, Anthony?
Like, let's just say, or I don't know, it's like, um, which was dangerous or something.
Okay, so like maybe climbing the rock, which was dangerous,
Yeah,
something like that. And then you have to have something else after that. But so the rock would be what which is referring to as a thing. You could also use it for like places like Bakersfield, which is in California, something like that.
yeah.
Okay. So places are things, and then the who is for people. And then it says, what does a who which clause follow? Well, all those things we're talking about, people, places, things. What are those? People, places, things.
Nouns.
Yes, good. Awesome. You both got that. So they follow, so a who which clause always comes after a noun. All right. And then it's talking about how sometimes we can combine sentences and use a who which clause to combine it. So the two sentences here are the soldier lost his cloak, the soldier was upset. Those are two sentences, but you can combine them with a who clause and say the soldier who was upset lost his cloak. See how they put those together in one sentence? And really, you could do it the other way too. You could say the soldier who lost his cloak was upset. That would work too. So that's how you can combine those. So now I want you guys to look at these two. I'm going to see if Amber can do the first one. So the two sentences are the princess tricked the soldiers, and then the princess hid the three gifts. So how can we combine those using who? What do you think, Amber?
The princess who tricked the soldiers hid the three gifts.
Nice. That's perfect. So, and then there's another way we could reverse that. So what would it be the other way, Anthony? Like if you
Uh,
started with this one.
the princess hid the three gifts, which she got by tricking the soldiers.
Yeah, that might work. That might work, but I'm thinking you need who. Try it with who after princess, but start with this one.
So the princess who hid the gifts, or
Yeah,
who hid the three gifts, tricked the soldiers.
there you go. That works a little bit better. I
Yeah.
know you were trying to put which after gifts, so technically that would work. Um, so you could even say like which, yeah, I don't know. Which is hard on that one. I think you
Yeah.
should just stick with who, because you're talking about the princess.
So,
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Amber, go ahead and read the sentence today here.
The second soldier who wandered hopelessly came to the same lonely forest.
Nice. Okay. Wandered. We know what that means. And in my other class, somebody said, it's like my 2-year-old sister. She wanders around the house. She doesn't know where she's going. So I thought that was a perfect example. A little kid that's just like, huh, where am I going? I don't know. I'm just walking around.
yeah.
Wandered. All right. So that's the vocabulary word. It's an ed ending that tells us it's a action, which is a verb. And then go ahead and find the two articles by yourself. And then Anthony, how about the two nouns?
Uh, soldier and
Yes.
forest.
Yes, good. And then Amber, the three adjectives.
Second,
Good.
um, hopelessly.
That one's actually going to be ly because it has that ly on there. So look at forest. There's going to be two words that kind of tell. I think your brother's trying to tell you.
Lonely?
Lonely, even though it has ly. That's an imposter. Remember when we were talking about imposters?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one's actually an adjective, even though it has ly. And then there's one more.
Forest?
No, that's the noun. So go back before lonely. Which
Two?
forest?
The two is the wrong one.
Oh, right. Let's fix that. What should it be?
Uh, T-O.
Just T-O. Okay, good. Yes. So here, which forest was it? It's lonely forest, but it's also this one.
Same.
Yeah, so same is actually going to be an adjective because it's telling which one. It's the same forest. Good. Oh, so we got adjectives and the homophone right there.
On the phone.
Yep. Um, ly, well, she kind of gave that away. Should we just mark it?
Hopelessly.
Yeah. And then let's go to the who which. Anthony, how about that one?
Okay, so who wandered hopelessly?
There you go. Who wandered hopelessly, W/W. And
Wait, I think
then
it's frozen.
I froze?
Yeah, but
Uh-oh.
I don't know. My computer's like weird. It's been weird. It like freezes when other people screen share.
Am I frozen for you, Amber?
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
Okay.
It just fixed itself.
How about Amber do subject verb pairs? So you're going to have one that's a pair in the who which clause and then one that's outside of the who which clause. So you can do them together like who the subject verbs are.
Uh, who is the subject?
Good, yes.
The wandered is the verb.
That's the one inside the who which clause. Good.
Um, second.
If for the who?
Is that it for the who or is there more?
No, it's got to be a who is usually like the person. So which one shows what person we're talking about?
Soldier?
Yeah, there you go. And then what did the soldier do? Not inside the who clause, but after that.
Came?
Yes, there you go. So it's the soldier that came. If it's easier, sometimes it's easier to find the verbs first. So if that helps you, Amber, you could look for the verb and then ask yourself who is doing that or what is doing that. And then that'll help you find the subject. All right, prepositional phrase. What do you think, Anthony?
Um, what does the prepositional phrase mean again?
It starts with a preposition. And that is a list of words that we marked that page in your book, but you don't have your book, so you don't have it.
Wasn't
But
that the fanboys or something?
no, that is coordinating conjunction. So
Oh yeah.
it's a bigger list of words, but basically it's a group of words that does not have a verb, and it starts with a preposition. So the way we normally look for it is look for a word that doesn't have a label, but all of these have something on top of it. So this one's a little trickier. So if you look at the word two, we just fixed the spelling of, but we didn't label it, right? It doesn't have a noun or adjective or verb on that. That's your clue that that's your preposition right here. And then it's a group of words. So to what? What would you underline
To
there?
the same lonely forest.
Yes, it always ends on a noun. So that works. To the same lonely forest is ending on the noun forest. There you go. Good job. Capital, you could do that by yourself. And end mark by yourself, just a period. And there we go. We got it. So maybe before you do your homework pages, Amber, copy those or scan them and print them for your brother. 90, or it's actually going to be page 100, 101, and 102, and then he can do those. Is that a good plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Check with your mom. She probably has a scanner, pretty sure.
Okay.
Sometimes you can even do it from your phone. Like if you scan a document from your phone, like if from her phone, and then you could send it to the printer. It's pretty cool. You could do it that way too. All right. You guys finished up let's see. Oh, yeah, you finished up your papers on the reptiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a great job with that. So let me pull it up here real quick. I think I graded them already too. Let me double check. I think I did. Did I? No. Actually, I guess you guys didn't turn it in yet.
Oh, I did it.
I don't see it.
Um.
Oh, I see Amber's, but you forgot to turn it in, but I can still pull it up. But I don't see yours, Anthony. Let's see.
You don't see mine? You sure?
Mm-mm. Yeah, the one that was due last night.
Uh,
Don't see it.
I have it. So
Do you want to read it from your computer?
it said I turned it in. It
What?
said turned in.
Oh, wait. Are you looking on homework due 126?
It's 119.
Okay, that's the one from last week. Maybe you
Oh.
attached it to the wrong one. Let me look.
Oh. Okay. Hold on.
Because this
Okay.
week is a different, it's 126, 26. Yeah, I don't see it from, let's see. I see Amber's.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, that's what you did. You turned it in on the wrong week.
Oh. So how do I send? How do
Let
I
me
send
ask
it?
you this. Did you write the paragraph about the Gray's monitor yet?
Oh yeah. I sent the wrong one. Sorry. This one has the Grace monitor on it.
So yeah, put it with 126, 26. That's the homework
How
assignment
do I
there.
attach it?
How do you attach it?
Yeah.
If you go to your classwork in Google, you know, you go to Google Classroom and then click on classwork and then click on view assignment.
Okay. Hold on.
Actually, Amber, can you run in there and show them how to do it? You could probably show them faster than me.
Do.
Bro, it's I have it right here.
Just copy it.
Okay, copied it.
Copy it. Where's the classwork? Where's the instructions? And yeah, right there.
Oh, wait, that's the
It's not that
this?
one, yeah.
You sure?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, the what so it should be all three paragraphs. Do you have them together?
Oh yeah, it's yeah.
It should be all three. Okay.
Okay, I turned it in.
Okay, cool. I'll check on my end. Oh, yep, I got it.
I need to remember that.
Yeah. And you need to find your grammar book. That's all I gotta say
Yeah.
about that. Okay, so now I'm gonna have Amber go first. Thank you for helping him with that. And yours is I see it, but I think you forgot to you turned it in. I see it now. Okay, do you want to read it from your computer, Amber? Or do you want
Yeah,
me to
I
share it?
can.
Okay, go ahead whenever you're ready.
The Gray's monitor is a lizard that lives in
Hold
the
on,
Sahara.
let's do like the whole paper.
Oh,
Oh
the whole
my.
paper?
Yeah, the whole paper, because you
Oh,
got three paragraphs now.
the Sahara sand viper
There you
lives in
go.
the Sahara Desert and parts of the Middle East. This type of viper can grow as long as 1.6 feet, which is 50 centimeters. Sahara sand vipers have triangle-shaped heads with their long tails. Rodents still have a brutal bite and can bite several times. But luckily, the viper's venom does not usually kill. I think that Sahara sand vipers are interesting because they don't lay eggs, they give birth to live babies. The Sahara sand viper are very important to the Sahara Desert.
Okay.
The Mojave rattlesnake has the most effective venom in North America. They can usually grow up to 50 inches, which is 127 centimeters. The Mojave rattlesnake has a sly dark diamond pattern on their back. This type of rattlesnake hunts in the southwestern United States and central Mexico. I find the Mojave rattlesnake interesting because they hibernate in the late fall and winter. The Mojave rattlesnake also has two pits that can sense body heat. The Mojave rattlesnake is very dangerous because of its venom.
Nice.
The Gray's monitor is a lizard that lives in the Sahara Desert, Arabian Peninsula, and the deserts of Central Asia. These lizards usually grow up to 3 feet, which is 0.91 meters. They
Mm-hmm.
can also weigh up to 3 pounds. The Gray's monitor uses its tongue to smell prey, which is very helpful to these lizards. They also have venom in their saliva. They use their tails as whips for defense. The Gray's monitor are also known for consuming fruit and other live animals.
Wow. Okay. That was right on. I'm gonna send you a party hat, party blower. Woo! Very good. No, I loved it. And I was looking at it while you were reading it, and I saw all the dress ups that were in there. Your topic clinchers were right on, and it flowed really nicely, and everything made sense. So you nailed it. Good job, Amber. I really like it. You're writing, both of you guys, honestly, and Genevieve, because she'll be watching this later, have really improved. Do you feel that way? Like when you look at your writing, do you feel like, wow, I'm actually writing something kind of cool? Like you've always been good writers, but it seems like your writing is really leveling up. I hope you feel that way too. Cool. That's good, Anthony. Uh, what did you do? Speed?
I just did a random speed up, I guess.
What does
It's
that mean? Oh, it's telling me to speed up, I think, but is
no, I was just doing some
you're
random.
just checking
Like you
things.
can even do a yes, a no,
Yeah, that's
go
something new.
down,
That's on the
I'm
update with
away.
Zoom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have yours, Anthony? You want to read it from
Yeah.
your computer? Okay, go ahead.
It says my access has expired. Or wait, oh, to edit it. Okay. Sahara sand vipers live in the Sahara Desert and parts of the Middle East. Sahara sand vipers are cool because they can be as long as 1.6 feet. These animals hunt by wiggling above the sand, and a bit of the tails or the snake's tail is shown, which causes the rodent to think it's food and becomes food.
Mhm.
The Sahara sand viper will strike viciously and attack several times. This viper will doom any insect or snake, but not humans. This viper is interesting because it is a sidewinder. This
Mm.
means instead of slithering, the Sahara sand viper jumps. The Mojave rattlesnake is armed and dangerous. The Mojave rattlesnake venom is fiercely strong enough to kill a human. While they can usually grow up to 50 inches long, most of them only grow to 3 feet. The Mojave rattlesnake is cool because it sheds its skin and the size of the rattle comes off, which reveals its age. The Gray's monitor is a lizard. In the wild, the Gray's monitor can grow up to 0.91 meters or 1.3 kg. The Gray's monitor is cool because their tail can be used as a whip in combat, which is an advantage that the Gray's monitor has. Occasionally, they eat fruit if they don't have anything else to eat. This lizard is very unique. They basically eat everything. The Gray's monitor likes to be alone. This lizard is actually grubbier and cooler weather.
Nice. I like it. Really good. Okay, where's my reaction? Woohoo! Yay! All right, nice. I did hear a lot of great dress ups in there. I think you didn't turn it in yet because you forgot to underline some of them. That's the only thing. They're in
Oh,
there, but I think you still have to underline. So what I'm going to do is return it to you. And the other thing I just wanted you to work on is the topic clinchers. So Anthony, I'm going to have you do this by yourself. Do you remember the topic clincher rule? Can you do it with me or for me?
repeat or reflect to
Wait, start
or
with the topic sentence.
the topic
Do
sentence.
the hands. You got to do it. There you go.
The
The top
topic sentence must or
and the clincher
and the
sentence.
clincher sentence must repeat or reflect two or three key words.
Nice. And then that when we do this, that means the first sentence and the last sentence of each paragraph. When you look at your paper, you're going to notice that you did bold instead of highlight. That's okay. You can bold it. But you bolded way more than three. So it needs to be like three, two or three in the first sentence and two or three in the last sentence of each paragraph. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because I think you highlight or you bolded to, oh, I see what you're doing. You're working on it. That's fine. You can work on that and fix it later. But look at your middle paragraph about the Mojave rattlesnake. I don't know why you have like the whole entire last sentence bolded, but it really should
yeah,
only
I
be
don't
two or
know
three.
either.
I figured you were still working on it because you didn't turn it in technically yet. So later, after class, I want you to find all the dress ups in there too, okay? But we're
Okay.
going to move on now to the next lesson. So that was lesson 10. We're going to move on to lesson or week 11. So if you're still working on that, keep the desert reptiles stuff in your front pocket, Anthony, until you're done with that.
Okay.
But go ahead and get out the next one. It's going to be Antarctica this time, and it's going to be lesson or week 11. And it's just 3 pages that you're going to get out of your binder. So make sure you close the rings after you get them out. Just 3 pages. It's that front page.
Okay, I got that one.
Excuse
This
me.
one.
Front page and then the article and then the checklist.
Yeah, okay.
And you need a piece of lined paper. Okay, so go ahead and get a piece of lined paper out. All right. While you're getting all that set up, I'm going to talk to you about writing these kinds of papers. We're still summarizing a reference, right? And last time you guys had 3 different articles. You had a whole article about the Sahara sandviper, you had a whole article about the Mojave rattlesnake, and then you had a whole article about the Gray's monitor. And then you took each article and made your own paragraph and you put the paragraphs together. This one is just one article, but you're still going to look for topics. So I want to talk to you about the differences between subjects and topics. So I'm going to use my whiteboard. I know there's a little bit of a glare back here from my ring light that you can see. But basically, we have subject. Hopefully you can see that okay.
Yeah, we can.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So if the subject's cats, let's say we're going to write about cats, for example. Okay. Your topics are going to be your paragraphs about cats. So what do you guys know about cats? What's something you know about cats?
Well, they poop in litter boxes.
Okay, litter boxes. Good one. I'm gonna put that on here. Litter boxes. Squeeze that in. What else do you know about cats?
Uh,
You can
they
chime
have.
in too, Amber, if you want.
I think it's. Um, like,
They have sharp teeth.
Sharp teeth. We can talk
yeah,
about teeth.
Baby
Maybe
cats are called kittens.
kittens. They're babies. Yeah. Maybe different breeds, kind of like dogs. There's
that
different
cats
breeds.
have 32 muscles in each ear.
Hey, are you looking up stuff? You're cheating over there.
Aw.
Just
Oh,
think about what you know off the top of your head.
Oh,
Maybe like what they eat.
some of them, uh, some of them don't have hair.
Okay. That
Like
would kind of
what?
go
What
with
the fuck?
breeds,
What the
right?
fuck?
Because the ones that don't have hair are a certain breed. But
Yeah.
you get the idea. We can stop there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things that you know about. These are topics. Technically, you could write 5 paragraphs about cats here because you could write a whole paragraph about their litter boxes, like where do you put it and what do you put in it and how do you train your cat to use it? And then you could talk about their teeth, like how old are they when all their teeth come in and how many teeth do they have? You could write a whole paragraph about kittens, and how when they're born, they don't have any hair. And then as they grow, they get their hair and everything and breeds and eat. You get the idea, right? But what if your topic was, or your subject, let's say your subject was dinosaurs, for example. What would be some possible topics about dinosaurs?
They died from a meteor.
They died from, so they became extinct, right?
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
Yeah. So we could talk about how did they become extinct? What else do you know about them?
Um,
Some of them
they're
eat
big.
meat. Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say?
They're some are big and small.
Okay, the size. Yeah. I was going to say some eat meat and some eat plants. What is that called? Like
herbivores and carnivores.
Omnivore. Some are omnivores. Omninom.
omnivores or
Yeah.
herbivores or
Carniv-
carnivores. That's the one where they
or
eat
om-
meat, right?
yeah.
Omni is both. I'll just abbreviate that one.
Yeah.
Maybe the different breeds. I think the breeds tell us like what they eat. So you get the idea. These could be a bunch of paragraphs about
Yeah.
dinosaurs. All right. So this week we're going to learn about Antarctica. So it's a continent, it's a place on the earth. And in Antarctica, that's our subject. So we have to look for the possible topics that are going to go with Antarctica. So the first step is to set up your keyword outline. So go ahead and get your line paper on top. We're going to start with that. And put your name here. And then today's date is 1/28/26. Skip a line, and we're going to put Antarctica and KWO. That's our subject. Our subject is Antarctica. That's the main thing our paper is going to be about. Let's set up our keyword outline over here. So we're going to skip a line and start with Roman numeral 1. And this is going to be 1 through 5. And the word clincher to remind us that we need to have those topic clinchers. And then we'll put topic up here in the margin like we did before. Okay. And we're just going to focus on Roman numeral 1 this week. But there's also going to be a Roman numeral 2 and 3. So let's just get it all set up for us because we know ultimately it's going to be 3 paragraphs. So what we want to do is just draw a line here. And we're going to just focus on Roman numeral 1, but we want to get the others set up. So go ahead and put Roman numeral 2, 1 through 5, clincher, and topic, and then skip a line and do 3. So we're going to do those 2 next week, but we'll just start with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clincher. All right, so once you have your outline set up, give me a thumbs up. Okay. Okay, good. Now I want you to turn your notes, your keyword outline to the back. So just turn it over. Okay, use the same piece of paper, but go to the back side. At the very top, I want you to put possible topics and then underline that. Possible topics. So we don't, I mean, you might already know some things about Antarctica. We know there's a lot of snow and ice there, and it's cold. I
Yeah.
mean, we might know some animals that might live there, but we don't really know off the top of our head like we know about cats and dinosaurs, those kinds of things. So this is when we're going to read this article and we're going to figure out what is this talking about? What is the article about? And the best way to do it is to read the paragraph and then you're going to label the paragraph as we go. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Go to the article here, page 93 now. And I'm going to read it. You guys just follow along with your eyes on your paper. And then we're going to try to figure out what is this paragraph, the first paragraph, really talking about. We know it's about Antarctica, but what about Antarctica? Okay, so be thinking about that as I read it. Antarctica is a continent of extreme cold, twice as big as Australia. It is the 5th largest of the Earth's continents. Antarctica is almost completely covered by snow and ice.
But do
However,
we underline?
you don't have to underline yet. No, you will in a minute,
Oh,
but we're just looking to see what our topics are first. Good question, though. If you did start underlining, that's okay. You can keep it on there because we eventually we will. It says, however, it is actually a desert with less than 4 inches of rain or snow each year. It is, in fact, the largest desert in the world. Atop the land, snow has piled up over centuries, forming thick ice sheets, huge glaciers, and towering icebergs. In many places, the continent is covered with ice over a mile or 1.6 kilometers thick. Scientists estimate that over 90% of all the ice on Earth is found in Antarctica. Due to warmer air and ocean temperatures, some scientists are concerned that Antarctica's snow and ice might melt. If all the ice in Antarctica were to melt, the sea levels would rise around 200 feet or 60 meters. I didn't realize it was a desert. That was kind of new to me. I mean, we read about the Gobi Desert and how that's a cold desert. Well, technically, Antarctica is also a desert. It's weird, huh? But if you could tell me, what do you think that paragraph was mostly about? And we know it's about Antarctica, but what do you guys think it was mostly about?
Like all of the snow,
Yeah. What do you
and
think, Amber?
then yeah,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Anthony. Were you going to say something else?
no,
Snow. Okay, what do you think, Amber?
Maybe like how big it was.
It did mention that in there, I think at the beginning, but I kind of agree with Anthony. It's mostly talking about, maybe it's talking about ice. It's mostly talking about the ice
yeah,
in
I
Antarctica. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. So what I want you guys to do is on the side of the paragraph, you're just going to turn it to the side with the holes here. And let's just put ice next to it. So that becomes a possible topic, ice. It's just we're labeling it next to that paragraph there. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to the next paragraph and we're going to do the same thing. You're just going to listen and read with your eyes as you listen to me. Think about what you think the next paragraph is mostly about. The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was taken there in 1983 near the South Pole. Negative 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit, which is negative 89.2 degrees Celsius. That's what that means. When blizzards occur, they usually do not bring new snowfall. They are caused by powerful winds over 100 miles per hour. That stands for mph, miles per hour, at times. That blasts old snow off mountain peaks. Winter and summer at the poles are both 6 months long. There is no spring or fall. By the way, before you tell me what that paragraph's about, go back up to where it says negative 128.6 degrees. So that is like below zero. You know how, like right now in California, it's like maybe 50 or 60 degrees right now outside. Well, when it gets cold, the numbers go down like 30 degrees, 30, 28, 27, 20, like it goes down when it's cold. Well, it goes all the way to zero. And then there's numbers under zero. And it keeps getting colder. And that's what negative 128.6 means. It's like below zero. It's crazy. That's so cold. It's like so cold that like your snot freezes in your nose.
like if you spit, it'll like yeah,
Instantly turn to ice. If you've ever seen any movies or videos about that, like their eyelashes sometimes have like little ice crystals on them. And
yeah.
if they have a beard, their beard is full of ice and stuff. It's crazy. You just turn to ice immediately. All right. So what do you guys think? What do you think, Amber? What was that one mostly about, do you think?
Um, Maybe like about blizzards.
Mm-hmm. Wind, I guess, huh?
Yeah, wind.
What do you think, Anthony?
Temperature.
Temperature. So that's all talking about weather. That would be a good,
So weather.
yeah, the weather, because the weather includes wind and temperature, and if it's raining or snowing or, all those things. So let's put, I think this is talking mostly about the weather. So let's turn it and put weather here. when you guys get later in this year, you're going to actually do a research style paper where you actually find your references. This is what you do. You read the book or the article and you make a list of all of the things that it's talking about, and then you pick what topic you're going to write about. That's what we're practicing here. Okay, so these are topics. So before we go to the backside, let's list those two things on our possible topics list. So we have ice was a possible topic and weather. Each paragraph we read, first paragraph was about ice, second paragraph was about weather. So now we're keeping track of what we're labeling here. All right. Now go to the back side of that article. There's a lot more here. Same thing. We're going to read it, and then you're going to tell me what you think it's about. In these extreme conditions, few plants or animals can survive. There are numerous species of mosses and liverworts. By the way, liverworts is a type of plant. But only two species of flowering plants, which grow in the summer and disappear at the beginning of winter. In or near the coastal waters, seabirds such as king penguins, emperor penguins, and snow petrels, those are birds, have adapted to the harsh climate. Seals and whales are the only mammals found in Antarctica. Searching for food during the summer months, they escape the severe winds while swimming in the ocean. At the end of summer, they migrate north to warmer regions and return again only when summer approaches. So, what do you think? What was that mostly about?
Animal.
I think like animals and that live there and stuff, like
Animals,
plants.
plants. I
So we
agree.
can just say like life, I guess.
You could just say life. Yep. Let's put life. I like that. Because plants are living, right?
Yeah.
So life on Antarctica, plants and animals. It's a good idea. One more. We're going to look at this last one. It says Antarctica was first sighted in 1820 and probably first touched by Captain John Davis, a sealer who claimed to have set foot on the ice in 1821. A sealer, I think, means part of the military, like the
Not
Navy SEALs.
it seems like it would be like someone who catches seals.
Oh, maybe. Actually, you might be right.
Because wouldn't it say Navy SEAL?
I think you're right. Man, that's pretty good, Anthony. I think you're right. Maybe he used to hunt seals.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's his job.
Okay. Over the next 100 years, there were many expeditions to explore the continent, some of which resulted in serious injury and death. In 1902, the crew of the Scottish National Antarctic Expedition erected the first building out of rocks. Racing with Englishman Robert Scott, Norwegian Roald Amundsen, and his team reached the South Pole in 1911. Today, there are about 70 permanent research stations visited by scientists from all over 30 different nations that have researchers and tourists. Oh, wait, sorry. That have signed the Antarctic Treaty. Man, I'm having trouble reading. During summertime, the population of researchers and tourists can reach 4,000 to 5,000 people. What do you think?
Is that I think it's like traveling there.
Okay.
I
Maybe
I
the
don't know the
research.
word to like
Wait, let me hear what Amber was saying. What did you say?
The research.
Yeah, the
oh
research.
yeah.
Because it talked about researchers and it talked about people traveling there. So maybe could we just call it people on Antarctica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of covers both of those. Because we don't want to put life again because that one we're talking about plants and animals. So this will be people. Okay. Let's add life and people to our possible topics list right here. Life and people. All right. That's the end of the article. So we've got 4 topics to choose from. You guys are only going to write one paragraph this week, but the first paragraph, just so that we can practice this together, I want you to write about ice. So go ahead and circle the word ice. And this, just to clarify, this just means ice on Antarctica, right? This is talking about the ice there, the snow and ice on Antarctica. So that's going to be your first topic. And then you have 3 more to choose from. You guys are going to do those paragraphs after next week. So go back to the front here. Next to Roman numeral 1, I want you to write, make sure it's next to the Roman numeral. Put Antarctica, comma, ice, comma, blank. All right, you know how when you wrote about the Sahara sand viper, you used the article that was all about the Sahara sand viper. Well, this time it's all in one big article. So you're just going to look at that first paragraph. So go ahead and this is what I like to do. Just put a big box around that whole first paragraph. So it ends where it says 200 feet. That's the end of that paragraph. So put a box around that. That's the only paragraph in the article that talks about ice. And now I want you to go just take a few minutes, and we already read it, so you pretty much remember what it was about. I want you to try to find 5 facts or details about the ice in Antarctica inside this box you drew about ice. Just go through and underline 5 facts.
I already underlined them.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Yeah, you were probably underlining while I was reading, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's good. Give Amber a second to find some things. And some sentences, have more than one fact. So you want to really try to find those 5 different facts. Mhm. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're good, Amber?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So now that you kind of refresh your memory on what that paragraph was mostly about, when you write your first sentence of your paragraph, that's your topic sentence, right? And you're going to need to keep in mind your topic clenchers as you fill this out. Well, I think Antarctica would be obviously a good topic clencher, and ice. So you could make sure to mention that in the end when you go to write your paragraph. But what is another word that we could use here that would kind of sum up the ice in Antarctica? What could you say about that? You guys have any ideas about a word you could put here?
Cold.
Yes, cold would work. Any other ideas?
No?
Snow? Yep. So you put what word you want there. If you want to put snow, you can put snow there. For cold, or even a word like covered because it said something about Antarctica being covered with snow. You could use that word. So basically, you're just introducing your topic here. You could say something like is Antarctica has a lot of ice and it is very cold, something like that. Okay. Or ice is everywhere in Antarctica and it is very cold. You get the idea. All right. Now going down to 1 through 5, this is where you're going to look at what you underlined. So I'll start with Anthony. What is the first thing you underlined in that paragraph?
Antarctica is a continent of extreme cold.
Okay. Well, we pretty much got that because you put cold here. So you have the word continent. I wonder if you could use that word with what is the next thing that you underlined?
The next thing, Antarctica is almost completely covered by snow and ice.
Okay. So I wonder if, since you already mentioned that it's cold, we don't want to use that one again. Maybe we could use the one you didn't underline about the size. Twice as
And
big as
oh
Australia.
yeah, I'll use that.
You want to use that? Okay. What did you put for your first thing, Amber? Like, what did you underline?
Uh, almost completely covered by snow and ice.
That's the first thing. Okay. So, you could put almost completely covered and then draw a little snowflake or an
Yeah,
ice cube or something. Okay. And then for yours, Anthony, yours is pretty easy. I think you were just going to do,
The Australia one.
yeah, twice big Australia. Or do you have an
I
idea of what
so I did twice BG for big,
okay.
and then I put as Australia.
Okay. That'll work. I mean, technically, as is not really a keyword, but you could use it though to help you remember that.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Okay, so you guys get the idea now from here. I'm going to give you some time to work in class on looking at what you underline and going ahead and filling in your outline by yourself. You guys are ready to do that by yourself. So I'll give you a few minutes to work on it. The rules are still the same, 3 words, numbers, symbols, abbreviations, those are all free. And let me know if you have any questions. Are you already done, Anthony? Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay, go ahead and read what you have. You can keep working, Amber, if you're still working, but tell me, just go through and tell me what words and pictures and you have there.
I did for the first one, Antarctica, or no, do I read that one where it says Antarctica ice cold?
Sure, yeah, and then you can go on
Yeah.
to after
And
that.
then I said twice BG for big, and
Okay.
then I put as Australia.
Okay.
And then I put almost covered ice,
Okay.
and then I put is desert, and then I put LS for less, and then I put TH for than, and then I put for, and then I put IN for inches, and then I put snow.
Okay. That would work. And by the way, you don't have to put all of the other words. It's okay that you did, but for future, you don't have to put all the extra words. You could just do keywords. Um,
Oh,
yeah, for your keyword outline, because that's really what it's for, is your keywords. That's okay
oh,
though.
okay,
It's okay. You can leave it for now, but maybe next week when
yeah,
we do the next
and
ones,
then
we'll go ahead.
I put continent covered ice 1.6 km,
Okay.
and then I put warmer. Um, I don't know what I forgot what that one was.
Maybe temperature.
Oh, it's warmer. So warmer Antarctica snow melt.
That one might be kind of hard because it's actually the temperature when it gets warmer that scientists are concerned. Yeah, you might have to go back and look at that sentence to help you later, but that's okay. And was that number 5?
Yeah.
Okay, good. How about yours, Amber? What do you have?
I have A for Antarctica, covered snow, ice.
Okay,
For 2, I have ice, sheets, glaciers. For
okay.
3, I have covered ice, mile. Then I'm gonna do the who which clause for the 1.6 km.
Oh, that's a good spot. Okay,
4 is 90% ice found Antarctica.
good.
And then the A for Antarctica, snow, ice, melt, and that's it.
Okay, nice. Good. Both of you, that sounds really good. That last one, you might have to go back and look at, like I was saying to Anthony, just because it's the scientists that are saying they're concerned about that if it melts. But so use this, what you guys just completed, to write one paragraph. You're just starting your first paragraph for your report. And then next week we'll do 2 and 3. And don't forget about your checklist. Okay. It's pretty much the same as it was, but don't forget about those topic clinchers this time. Okay, Anthony?
All right.
Yep, we're done. You guys did great. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.